Howdy y'all, welcome back to Cam Shack Productions. Today's video, we're gonna do something a little different. I'm going to take a moment and talk about my Nissan Xterra and the setup that I have inside of it. In my YouTube playlists and videos, my Nissan no-build camper is one of my most highly watched videos, and there's definitely a community of us Nissan drivers out there. So I thought I would take a little minute to address a lot of the questions that video created. Specifically, I want to actually show y'all what the products are and what I use and how I use them inside of this to create a really bomber camp setup. But then I also wanted to just kind of give you guys a quick tour, show you what I have in the Nissan, how it's a little different, and possibly what some of my future plans are, because I am a total tinkerer. Nothing is ever good enough, and I always want to make sure that I have things set up. So I'll give you a little glimpse into some of my future plans. So stick around, we'll give you guys a little tour of the Nissan and answer some of those questions. And I just really wanted to say thank you so much to everybody that has started watching the videos, that's gotten involved. This is a really fun community, and I really appreciate everybody that's clicking on these videos and watching them. So let's get into it. All right, my friends. So one of the traditions here at Cam Shack is to honor Steve Wallace, who is a great channel. If you haven't checked him out, please do so. But Steve, once he sets up camp, always has a step two. And since today we're just at my home and I'm just kind of going through some of the gear, I figure it's a perfect time to have a step two. This is a blood orange Hefeweizen that I haven't tried yet, but I'm pretty excited to give it a go. So cheers, my friends. That is pretty tasty. All right, y'all. So one of the questions that I get asked, and I don't know why this is such an important topic to people, because there are a bazillion options and they're super cheap and you can find one, is what toilet do I use? I don't know why. I want you to know I carry this as an emergency toilet. You have to carry one if you're in the backcountry in a national park. So this works really well as my wag bag, but this is just the Reliant toilet. It basically opens up. It's got the wag bags that go in here. The little legs all fold down so that you can create your seat, but I'm gonna break it trying to do it. So the legs just fold out. Guess we might as well set it up, huh? I'm sure that's really helping with the mic. So if you had to, and I have to say, overall, this is not something that I would super duper trust. But I do have it, and if I need to use it, it is the Reliance toilet. One of the things that I do highly recommend though is just this. This is just a wag bag that you can pick up at REI, any of your outdoor stores, any national park, like visitor center type thing will have these. These are a great thing to just keep in your rig as an emergency, as a literal oh shit moment kind of thing. These are great. You could pull into the back of this thing, open this bag up, close off all the windows and do what you had to do. But that's what this is. So hopefully that answers your question. All right, so one of the questions that I get asked all the time is, if I'm a certain height, what will I fit in the back of the Nissan? So I am 6 feet tall and I fit perfectly with the 8-gallon Action tote and the seat pressed right up against it. It's an exact fit for me at 6 feet. So one of the questions is if I was 6'3", would I fit in the back of this? So let's answer that right now. Let's see what we got, right? Okay, so all right, so we are measuring out from the very back of the seat all the way down there. If you run it all the way to this line, we are at 6 feet 6 inches, and that's about where you'd be touching the gate. You could even probably get away with 6 foot 7 inches. So yes, if you are 6'3" and you want to fit in the back of this, it will work. However, you will have to find a different solution from the Action Packer I use. Let me show you what that looks like. All right, y'all. So one of the things that I was talking about just a second ago is by using this 8-gallon Action Packer right here, I can push the seat up and it gives me, as you can see, a perfectly flat base. So this thing just literally slides in and out, because in the Nissan, I'm able to remove the bench seat. So this lays completely flat. And like I said, this action packer, which is a little thing, I mean, it's perfect size, fits right here. I slide the seat back, I lean the seat forward, and again, my 6-foot body fits perfectly flat laying right here. This is honestly why we bought the Nissan. When we were testing all of the vehicles we wanted to try, I had to see if I could lay flat, and this worked great. And then by adding this, so there is a gap here. So if you're 6'3" and you need that additional 7 inches, you're gonna have probably about a 3 to 4 inch gap in between the action packer here. So you're gonna have to account for that with either a bigger action packer or just by stuffing. But this thing is awesome. So let's talk about this. All right, so by far the #1 question I get asked in YouTube comments is, what action packers do you use? Or what totes, what do you use to put all this together? And the #1 thing that I have found so far are the Rubbermaid action packers. I am not saying it's right, but it is what I have used so far. I like the fact that they have locking lids. I can put a little lock on there. I can strap them down. I actually have one mounted with U-bolts to the top of the Nissan here. But the #1, what are they and what sizes are they? So this gigantic thing right here, this is a 24-gallon action packer from Rubbermaid. The one that everybody wants to know about is this 8-gallon action packer. These things are super versatile. You can stack them so that they can stack on top of everything. They work really good in here. They're not so big that they're really heavy to lift around. And this is what fits right behind my seats. So, you know, it is a super simple thing. You can get these at any of your giant box stores. You can order them on Amazon. You can get them anywhere you want. But 8-gallon action packer, definitely the #1 most asked question. What is that action packer or that thing you have behind your seat? This is what it is. And then, you know, nice thing is while you're storing everything, you can just keep all your stuff right inside. These things are awesome. So, and again, I told you in the beginning of this video, I'm a tinkerer, so I'm always looking for different things, better things, more stable, more solid, just more awesome. So yeah, action packers. Woohoo! All right, one of the other main questions I get is, what is the rack that you have on top of your Nissan? So this is the Yakima King Basket. This is their larger size. These things are still made. They're almost made the same way. You can also get a cheaper version on Amazon. I bought this thing, geez, almost 15 years ago, and it has rallied through several different vehicles, and I love it. It allows me to attach all kinds of different things, including the awning in the summer. I can tie off onto it. I can have my action packers strapped down to it. It's just a great way to get extra space into the cab, your gear up on top. Just remember, if you do a rack, don't overload it. Like, don't go over 100 pounds. You're really pushing it then. So yeah, Yakima King Basket. All right, so one of the things that I did add, and people notice this as well in videos, is this is just a cargo net from my old Subaru that used to go into the back. And I have used bungee cords and straps just to strap it up so that I can stuff down blankets, extra clothes, sleeping pad, sleeping bag. One of the things that I've noticed about the Nissan is you have a lot of room up above. So I took advantage of it just by adding a very simple cargo rack and just completely rigging it my way to get it up there. So yeah. All right, y'all. So again, I really just want to kind of start off by saying thanks to everybody that's been watching lately, checking us out, subscribing and hitting those like buttons. I really appreciate it. The Nissan community is strong. I'm excited to grow this and see what happens. This is just a quick tour and showing you guys a little bit about what I have. And again, it's modular. I can change so much. So yeah, really thank you for watching this video. I hope you had some fun. I hope you, again, got your questions answered rather than just me typing them out, having more of a conversation. Hey, if you have ideas of something you want to see with this Nissan, should we build a full cabinet that can go in and out of this thing, so when I'm rolling solo on photo trips, I don't have to move bins anymore? I'm thinking about maybe Titan swapping it, putting a lift on it, changing out all the springs. Like, if you have any suggestions on some videos you'd like to see regarding this thing, other than a few that I already have lined up, coming up very soon. I'm getting out next week to get them filmed. Leave a comment down below. Let us know, please. We'd really appreciate it. And that way I also know that I'm not just shooting in the dark and you guys are getting something you want to see by coming back to the channel. But again, I just wanted to say thank you very much for being here, and cheers, my friends. Be well. We'll see you in the next video. Hit the like button. Go ahead. Just do it. Hit that like button.